Sairam to everyone. This is a short presentation titled Living Virtual with Sai. We're going to discuss some how-to techniques given our new working environment. We are faced with a new way of working these days. We have a challenging environment given some of our health concerns. Many have titled or enforced social distancing. We are calling it physical distancing. We know that we have to be apart physically, but that does not mean that we need to be apart socially or remove social connection, particularly as it relates to congregating in our weekly or nightly or periodic satsangs at the Sai Center. So obviously we have to do so leveraging common sense and some of the common guidance and by our healthcare professionals, our government agencies, etc. We also have to operate with high level of consideration for others. Many of us are comfortable using different platforms, technology platforms, while others aren't. So we have to bring everyone along for the ride and make sure that we're able to connect together so we do have an effective satsang. We will do so and try to do so leveraging, as I said, common sense approaches, but also leveraging technology wherever we can. And finally, on this point, we have to all acknowledge and note that we are together on this. We will overcome some of the barriers grounding us at home base. And as far as the Sai satsangs are concerned, we are releasing a plan here that can be used for everyone, both at the Norwalk Sai Center as well as outside. And our portal for the center is, as you know, www.saicenter.org, where we have all of the information available. So if I may ask your attention for the website, again, www.saicenter.org, you will see the following homepage. There are several familiar buttons and a couple of new buttons. There's the virtual satsang and announcement, and of course there are various other aspects of our site that are very useful. One or two of the ones that I want to point out to are the audio and reading material archive. That's where you'll find a repository of information on study circles, any materials that we might want to share, etc. Our bhajan link is currently disabled because we will talk about that in a minute. We will not be doing bhajan signups in the near term as we are virtual. But our flowers, or rather our 6x4 study circles, are well in operation, and they should be leveraged. Now, if we go to our virtual satsangs and announcements page, you will find there a few things. First of all, this will be our center spot for all announcements. There is a WhatsApp group, an official WhatsApp group that we created recently. You should join that group, and that will be a center for all communications as well as reminders that we would like to send out. In addition, you will also have reminders on the saicenter.org website. And if you're not getting weekly announcements from us, please let us know at info@saicenter.org, and we can make sure that you're added to the distribution list. Just pointing your attention on the different programs that we have upcoming for the indefinite future. Nightly, we have a short session starting at 9 p.m. We title it Nightly Namasmarana. And there's this page for it you can go to. You can sign up to lead a nightly session, and you can also participate. We will send nightly reminders of the upcoming satsang using our WhatsApp group. We also have the nightly Sai Gayatri chanting that is organized by the region. And that goes from 8 p.m. to 12. Members and devotees can join anytime during that time period. There's also information available on our site if you click on that page. Then we have also introduced our Sunday morning satsangs, which will start at 10:25 with silent sitting, and then continue onwards to noon. And also, before we go into more details on that, we have a Sunday afternoon bhajan practice session from 4 p.m. to approximately 4:40 p.m. Using Zoom. So those are our four opportunities that we all have to our disposal, and everyone's encouraged to join. We need everybody's participation so we can maximize the energy as well as the vibrations that result. We will start our Sunday morning satsangs with the silent sitting for about 5 minutes. Then we will together click on this opening prayers link and enjoy the opening prayers for about 5 minutes. Thereafter, we will click on individually this Radio Sai Bhajan stream, where we can sing to His glory by following the Radio Sai Bhajan stream that might be on at that time. We'll do that for about 27 minutes or so, and then everyone is requested sharply at 11 a.m. To click on the Arti and Closing Prayers link, which will be a short, approximately 8 minutes of duration video that we had recorded at the center in a previous Sunday session. And then promptly at 11:10 a.m., everyone is requested to click on the announcements and 6x4 study circle link, which will be a live Zoom session spanning for about 40 minutes. At the same time, SSE will also be broadcasting live via Zoom. All the children and teachers are requested to use that link to join SSE. And finally, we should all come together, all of us come together by about 11:53, where we can click on this closing bhajan link, which will be a bhajan sung by Baba, which we can see on YouTube together to close the satsang for our Sunday session. Please remember that Zoom calls may disconnect after 40 minutes, or they may disconnect otherwise as well. If we need to, we rejoin by using the same link. And finally, the 6x4 signups and the study circle signups are available. We are in short supply of people to lead 6x4 and study circles, so please sign up generously for a future session. We are not doing the bhajan signups as mentioned earlier because we are going to be doing the Radio Sai bhajan stream while we are virtual to maximize the impact of the bhajans. And finally, the audio-video archive where you can find study materials, study circle materials, and other information is also available on saicenter.org. Please click on the audio-video archive and it'll navigate you to the devotion folder for study circle material. Thank you. Just to give everyone a quick overview of Zoom, if you click on a Zoom link and you haven't been on a Zoom call before, this is what you might see. You will see a window that shows up. It might ask you to open Zoom or install or download and run Zoom. You'll have to do that once if you've never done it on your device or computer. It is recommended for the Zoom calls you please use your computer. In fact, for the entire satsang, Sunday satsang, it is recommended that you use a desktop or a laptop to maximize the viewing experience. These products and these tools will work on smartphones as well as tablets and iPads, but the experience won't be as robust. So just be aware of that. Again, back to Zoom here, you can install the short Zoom app here on your computer and open Zoom that way. If you prefer, you can also, or if you're having problems installing the Zoom in any way, if you click on this bottom link here that says, if nothing prompts from browser, click here to launch the meeting. If you click that a couple of times, it will give you an option to launch the meeting in a web browser. You can certainly do that. You can launch the Zoom session in the web browser if you cannot get your Zoom application to work. So I recommend using either of those methods. They both work fine for our purposes. Once you're in the Zoom session, you might see something that looks like this. You'll see people joining, especially if they have their videos on and there are many people on our satsang. You will see a small window scaled for every participant's video screen. Now on the bottom of your Zoom screen, if you put your cursor down on that Zoom screen, you will see a few options, the Zoom menu show up. 2 or 3 of these buttons are really important. There's a video and a mute button. You can turn on and off your video as you please, and you can also turn on and off your mic. When you're not speaking, it is highly recommended, please turn off your mic, otherwise we will have a lot of background noise. You want to keep the mic muted until and unless you want to say something. The video we recommend, strongly recommend that you keep it on because it will enhance the power of the satsang so we can see each other just like we would if we were in the center. However, if you want to keep the video off, you certainly can. You will slightly diminish the value of our satsang together, but that is perfectly okay. It's a personal choice. We highly recommend that you keep the mute button off and the video on throughout the duration of the Zoom satsang. You can also share your screen. So anytime you're presenting, especially somebody who's presenting the study circle and has slides to share or any other materials to share, they can have those materials on their screen on their computer and click the share screen button, which is in the bottom center over here. Okay. And we are also allowed to chat. There's a chat window, so if you click on chat and you ask or want to share a comment, you might do that and everyone will see it. So generally that's how Zoom is going to look like once you're in the Zoom call or meeting. And hopefully everyone can get through to this point smoothly. If not, please ask for help offline or online, and we will do the best we can. Many of us are using this and very, very familiar with Zoom at our workplaces or other technologies such as web meeting or GoToMeeting rather, and WebEx and so on. But Zoom seems to work really well, and so we're going to use that for now until we need to do something else. So I want to thank you for your patience with not only this video, but with managing the environment and the disruption to our spiritual activities. Hopefully this video has been helpful. If you need more information, please contact one of our officers. You can email them or contact them directly. Here are the email links right here, or the email IDs. And again, last but not least, our official website address is www.saicenter.org. Please stay connected and please stay blessed. Thank you and Sai Ram.